Lowkey, Fire in the Booth, Part 2. We already did Part 1 a long time ago. It hasn't been made public yet. I have to make it public.
Okay.
So that's coming soon.
Okay.
This is Part 2. I don't know why I'm saying that because I'm going to put out Part 1 first.
Yeah, so nobody knows except now they do.
Yep, now you'll know. All right.
Let's go.
Let's go. Make sure you like the video. Likes are more important than anything else. Likes are very important. And watch it all the way through. All right, let's go.
Yeah. Even if you put it on silent.
Yeah, just watch it. All right, let's go.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Oh, yeah. Perfect.
You know what time it is when you hear this, right? You know what time it is.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Yeah, fire in the booth. Much anticipated part 2. Hold tight, suspense. Listen, if they don't let us dream, then we won't let them sleep. If they don't let us dream, then we won't let them sleep. Listen. It's the zeitgeist, Zapatista, Zora White is Zenith, Zed is zinc in the zebra, zigzagging zealots, zilch to zombies and Zionists, he's zen in his zodiac, fire in the booth, it's a rostry in the zone, he's like yapping like Yokozuna in Yemen, YouTube and yoga, Yokozuna in Yoville, yodeling in your rover, yelling you're the yardstick of yesteryear, like your bow with a yearning, I'm yawning, this is like a Yeti versus Yoda.
So he's going backwards.
He's going
in
backwards.
The alphabet.
Backwards.
I don't even know what the majority of these words are. By the way, he wrote this the day before this.
What?
What's up with this guy? What is this Zapatista? There's no way I'm gonna make it through this. Like
that's why he said. That's why he laughed when we said get the lyrics out.
It's the Liberation Army, Zapatista Army of the National Liberation.
Okay.
Okay, so Liberation Army in Mexico. Zorro at his zenith. Zorro.
Yep.
What's his name?
Antonio Banderas.
Antonio.
Fantano? Antonio Banderas.
Tony Fontana?
Antonio. What did I say, Antonio? I didn't know how to say Antonio.
It's recorded.
Antonio.
It's recorded. You said Antonio. Z of zinc in the zebra, zigzag and zealots. Zigzag and zealots. What's a zealot again? People who are overzealous.
Isn't it like geography?
A person who is fanatical, okay, uncompromising in their pursuit of religious, political, or other ideas. Okay, zealot. Okay, I'm starting using that. I just learned the word today.
But what does it mean?
It means someone who's doing too much. Like basically, every time you go on Twitter,
Does that why
people who will fight you
overzealous?
over a different opinion of politics, religion.
But does it only have to do with religion?
Well, that's where the word zealous comes from.
So same thing as overzealous. Okay.
Well, it says ideas. It's just like probably majority in those spaces. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Zilch to zombies and Zionists. Okay. He's Zen in his zodiac. What is Zen?
Calm.
He's critical of Zionism. Okay. Yep. I dig that. Obviously. He's Zen in his zodiac. What does that mean?
Does that mean he's calm in his, I don't know, something in his,
I don't know what zodiac means.
Maybe he practices astrology.
What does zodiac mean? Like, what is zodiac, the meaning of the name zodiac, of the word zodiac? That's what's important here. This is going to take too long. There's no way I can break down everything that he says.
Yeah, he practices astrology. He's comfortable in his own skin. That's what I was thinking as well. Like when it's his.
Yeah, it's astrology.
Or, but is that like only when it's his time of the year? But
yeah,
I think it's like he practices astrology.
Yeah, it definitely.
Don't fixate on this.
Yeah, I'm not going to. I'm not going to. I'm realizing now that it's already taken 4 minutes to get to this point. So yeah, I'm already.
We'll appreciate it.
Yeah. If I don't know, I'm just going to have to leave it alone in reality. I'll point out the things I catch is what it is. Because if I don't know, I'm not going to be, there's no way I'm going to be able to, I'll have to listen to it multiple times. Or just let the comments tell me what everything means, the things that I really should focus on. All right, let's continue.
I'm an X-ray, it's the year like your bro with a yearning. I'm yawning, this is like a Yeti versus Yoda. I'm an X-ray, you're Xerox, I'm Xavier to the X-Men. Eximus, like your Xanax to an extent. A wonderful world is waiting while weapons wage war. We're weeping, who's winning? We wish him well while wicked wizard webs were weaving. They rip.
Everything was a W in that.
How does he?
Everything was a W there, because he didn't only in the other ones he just used W for the. I mean, he just used the letters for the emphasis words.
Yeah, that was like
that
straight.
Was every word was W.
The day before is crazy.
Huh?
The day before is crazy. To write this the day before.
Oh yeah, hell yeah,
it's crazy.
Hell yeah. And I'm an X-ray. You're a Xerox. So.
I'm the original. You're the copy.
You're the copy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And Xavier to the X-Men. X out your X-Men like Xanax to an extent. That's crazy.
The X-Men, Eximus, like your Xanax to an extent. A wonderful world is waiting while weapons wage war. We're weeping, who's winning? We wish them well while wicked wizard webs were weaving. They rip us till we're weaving.
Okay, hold on. I should have read what he said. A wonderful world is waiting while weapons wage war. We're weeping. Who's winning? We're wishing well while wicked wizards webs are weaving.
Crazy.
We're weaving. That's crazy.
Crazy. To clarify, Mansory said it might have been a week. Sources differ. Either way,
yeah, it's crazy.
That is crazy.
War, we're weeping, who's winning? We wish them well while wicked wizard webs were weaving. They rip us till we're wheezing. Words of wisdom won't weaken. Witness these witless wallies waffling with their weekend. Their wording is Wikipedia, virtually void of vitals versus visceral vintage but vivid videos going viral. I'm your uncle that understands. Now it's us with the upper hand. We were underlings, underrated, unhuman to Uncle Sam. There are those thinking tactics to take the throne, though the truth tends to be told through their thesaurus takes its toll. Slithering snakes stipulate systems to sell your soul. Secretly seek social stratification set in stone. Regiments ravage the region, now it's right for reparations. Rendered refugees can't retract or repair ramifications. Quest across the quarrels on quintessentially qualified critters quake. Quality of my quotes can't be quite quantified. People pass prematurely, pay the price for passivity. Pretext of pillage, plunder, prepared to prolong proximity. People's pathology pulverized by this possibility. People power is potent, it's the peak of positivity. Oligarchs ostracize others, offer obituaries. Overrule, I overstand the odyssey. Optimistically, norms of a nascent nation should never negate nature. Nasty as nefarious neocon naysayers for neighbors.
The norms of a nascent nation should never negate nature. Nasty as nefarious neocon naysayers for neighbors. And
then not even to write this, but we're only 2 minutes in, and to just be able to just spit it in one, on a freestyle, on a radio. That's crazy.
Bro, a puppet's pathology pulverized by these possibilities. People power is potent in the peak of positivity. Oligarchs ostracize, others offer obituaries. Overall, I overstand the odyssey optimistically. This dude is wilding. We say about viral videos in there. Hold on. Our words of wisdom won't weaken. Hold on. They whip us until we're wheezing. Our words of wisdom won't weaken. Witness these witless wallies waffling with their weekend. Oh my goodness, bro. Versus visceral, vintage, and vivid videos going viral. Hold on. Their wording is Wikipedia, virtually void of vitals. So Wikipedia lies and sways things to their own, puts things to their own. Basically slanted.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
But
these verses are visceral, vintage, but vivid videos are going viral. So the verses are visceral and vintage, but only videos are going viral where people are basically just doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Others offer obituaries. Overrule, I overstand the odyssey. Optimistically, norms of a nascent nation should never negate nature. Nasty as nefarious neocon naysayers for neighbors. This masterful maverick mic man will make you meet your maker. Meanwhile, mercenaries maneuver to meet the majors. Lyrically lack luster, literally lack love, lust, living lavish in luxury. Listeners lap up a kaleidoscope of kindness.
Lyrically lackluster, literally lack love, lust, living lavish in luxury. Listeners lap up.
Bro.
They lap up the fraudulent
BS.
lackluster BS with no soul.
No one,
Crazy.
While mercenaries maneuver to meet the majors. Lyrically lack luster, literally lack love, lust, living lavish in luxury. Listeners lap up a kaleidoscope of kindness. Knowledge, knuckles, and kerosene to kill the kleptocracy. Cool the kettle that they kept us in. Jabbing javelins at jingoism, jealousy justified when cheering at jobless is journalism, information industry, interlinked with infantry, instrumentalize identity, implant ignorance instantly. Hackers and handcuffs, harvesters of hatred, hand gliding, harbingers of harassment, harbor harmful handwriting, gangsters of globalization, glorify glitz and the glam, give us guidance to the graveyard, they got the gift of the gap. It's flawless how they fabricate the folklore of defeat and funnel funds for freelance fighters and fawn over fights for freedom. Economics, everything, exploitation and epidemic, exhausting environments, easy but the dividends are deadly, don't dare dream of doing different, dread our destruction's definitely coming as the catalyst, clamour for the capital, can't counteract the cycle, the catastrophe could cancel all, bring borders to bear, bombarded with the broken, basically bribery beckons business, we are beholden, though accurate answers to all of the above aren't available, I attack the alphabet again and aced it just to aim at you. They say anything is attainable, attack the alphabet again and ace.
Perfect.
Wow.
Man like Lowkey in the building.
Remember when Papoose did the alphabetical slaughter?
Yes.
I think I showed you it. Papoose, like, he killed it. But there was a lot of it that was just, like, yapping.
Filler, yeah.
Yeah, he was just, like, saying, like, gangster shit. But then every once in a while, he would drop, like, some dope bars. This was just, like, content the entire time.
The whole time.
This was just, like, counterculture revolution rap for the entire thing.
Crazy.
Knowledge dropped. Basically, our overlords are pieces of shit. The government doesn't give a fuck about us. We're being dumbed down. We don't care about being dumbed down.
That's crazy. I'm trying to read it backwards to see if it makes sense backwards, but I was like, it's too long too.
You should stop smoking. That's crazy. Why are you reading? What do you mean reading it backwards? Like from last
like
letter?
A to B. I mean
okay.
A to Z.
Okay, I thought you meant like sentences backwards.
No.
Like,
It kind of does.
but how do you go to that point? I'm just gonna try to read it backwards. Why wouldn't it make sense?
I don't know. Does everything that you rap backwards?
Well, he's not writing a story. He's not writing. It's not linear what he's saying.
Yeah, I know. So I guess it does.
Yeah, it could work.
Yeah.
If he flipped it, it would work. But the flow is what would change. What would change?
Yeah.
You know. But yeah,
That was fire. That was so fire. Just to
we're not done.
No, I know.
That's 3
That was the
minutes.
first verse. That was the first
Yeah.
now the alphabet part's done, I think. But like that
He's doing the same thing on part 1. I don't remember that. I don't remember him doing that. I think that is why you had us do the first one though. Was because of that. Because you said that, and then towards the end he started going crazy. I remember he was saying shit, and then towards the end he started like really going like revolutionary.
Did he
rap.
did he alphabet forward on the first one?
I don't remember. It was so long ago. It was
me
so long
either.
ago. But you guys remember because we're gonna upload it. It's already uploaded. I think
That
it's
was
public.
crazy. To be able to just spit that is dope. Like, remember it. That was wild. Impressive.
Ow.
Hey, you're a savage, bro.
Much love, bro.
Hey, first time you come in, you killed the alphabet. Assassinated it. And just to take the mickey, you come in and kill it backwards.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say also. I mean, I wasn't gonna say. I just thought about this right now. Imagine doing the alphabet already, and like using all the words, and you do it again and don't reuse words.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yep.
too much. Flawd, did you like the beat? Yeah, it's a cool beat. It's a cool beat. It's not like
I wasn't really focused
nothing
on
crazy. I like it though. You know, cool little sample. I don't know if it's someone else's beat, but it's cool. Yeah.
Wow.
It reminded me of like old school beats.
Man like Lowkey in the building.
Thanks for having me, man.
Pleasure, my G.
Yeah, man.
You ain't done yet, though, are you?
I ain't done at all. Let's do it.
Let's get it, bro.
Let's do it.
it. I like this one.
Yeah, this is a sweet memory. For the record, I love you. Sweet memories. You know that song?
Nas. Mansory said, "Is a beautiful mind."
Yeah.
That's what it says. Beautiful mind instrumental.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it is Nas.
Yeah.
I think it is Nas. No, I think it is Nas. And Mary J. Blige, right? Okay, that's not what it is. Who is it on the hook? Is it Eve? I don't know what song it is. I don't know what song it is. I thought it was.
Type in "beautiful mind." That's what it says on the lyrics. Nas. Well, I don't know if it's Nas, but it says "beautiful mind" instrumental.
Cormega.
Oh, just kidding. I have no idea then. Yep, that's it.
Maybe I heard a remix of it. That's a beautiful, beautiful beat, though. Mm-hmm. But maybe it was a remix that I heard of it when I was a kid. But that's what I remember. I think they put Mary J. Blige on it.
Okay.
If they don't let us dream, then we won't let them sleep. If they don't let us dream, then we won't let them sleep. How can I do a fire in the booth when I'm trying just to maintain? And since you don't hear the word fire in the same way, heard screams, splutters, and them gasping for air. That's not bars in a booth, it's so hard to compare. If I use fire as a metaphor, does that disrespect the people that are never more? How does that bomb sound to those that bled in war? That we never saw. Remember when they settled scores with metal swords at Skeletor, Chinese?
This nigga already is going crazy. You hear what he just said? So he's talking about war, fire in the booth. Yep. You hear fire, you hear the bombs he keeps using as the background sounds. It's like, is it not disrespectful to people who really are dealing with fire and bombs?
Or died from it.
How can I rap when that's what I'm thinking about? That was disgusting. That's disgusting.
Maintaining since you don't hear the word fire in the same way. Heard screams, splutters, and them gasping for air. That's not bars in a booth, it's so hard to compare. If I use fire as a metaphor, does that disrespect the people that are never more? How does that bomb sound to those that bled in war? That we never saw. Remember when they settled scores with metal swords at Skeletor? Chinese made gunpowder, Nobel invented dynamite. They say the guilt in his mind compelled him to design the prize. We know what Einstein's mind was like. How many geniuses we never knew that were deprived of life. I can't philosophize on horrifying flames. We don't have to apologize or qualify our pain. Degremphilize our loved ones of the colonizer's name. Should we let the corporate media lobotomize our brains? You are beautiful. No matter how this life disfigures you, you're beautiful. Even if that image you emulate isn't you. I don't know if history is linear or cyclical, but no, I'm ridiculed for making invisibles visible. That's why Plato said banish poets from the Republic, because they know that we can shake the social system and disrupt it. The land.
Didn't even know he said that. Banish poets from the Republic.
Wait, what?
Plato said banish poets from. Do you need to hear what are you not listening? He said I don't know if history is linear or cyclical, but no, I'm ridiculed for making invisibles visible. That's why Plato said banish poets from the Republic, because they know that we can shake the social system and disrupt it. So rappers.
He really said
that's what I'm saying.
Ban them. That's what you're saying.
Right? Yeah, so get rid of rappers, because get rid of rappers at that time is really poets. But if you put that in today's, that's because history is cyclical. If it mirrors, if it is, if it's linear, like he set that up perfectly.
He's deep.
In the past, they said get rid of poets. Today, they would say get rid of rappers.
Because it's just, they're not the same, but they do.
Or they would just dumb down rappers.
Yeah, like they are trying to. I didn't know that my iPad was in the way. Somebody said, "Oh, well, he's reading."
Yeah, he's reading
his iPad. I mean, phone. That doesn't. I don't.
Yeah,
care.
I don't care about
that.
I don't care about that. Yeah, but yeah, he definitely is reading it. He's going off.
Land of liberty, they tell us republic, cause they know that we can shake the social system and disrupt it. The land of liberty, they tell us leave it or lump it. When Trump comes to the country, we hope he chokes on his crumpet before we sink in the ocean. Consider this as an omen. Nature's blessings aren't ours just cause we think that we own them. Never think that you're broken or think that you're no one. Remember, a rope is strong because of strings interwoven. Would they love you more if you mock the people that you're from? Self-orientalize and believe that you belong.
Bro, he's spitting. Remember, a rope is strong because of the strings interwoven.
And nature's blessings aren't just ours because we think that we own them. That is like literally, that's something I think every day. Every day.
He's spitting, bro. Mm-hmm. He's spitting. He is spitting, bro.
Or think that you're no one. Remember, a rope is strong because of strings interwoven. Would they love you more if you mock the people that you're from? Self-orientalize and believe that you belong. Overcompensate and propagate the image of the imbecile, not uninvolved. Even though you're further from the killing field, take solace in the fact there's always cracks in the monolith. Now we're practically lobbing bricks like Asterix and Obelisk. Distracted with gossip is twisted news and interlude to adverts. No hidden clues to listen to is pitiful.
Perfect.
Rosa Luxemburg gave us the simple truth. You won't feel your chains till the day you begin to move. He photographed the corpse and they flung him in the cage. Those that signed off on the cladding are still receiving their wage. Helicopters hover close, pictures for the front page. Tried to speak, all I really felt deep was numb rage. How could they see this pain at such a young age? Leaning out the window screaming for help, but none came.
He's spitting though. He is spitting. Besides, obviously, what do you say? Self-orientalized. Was that? Was he like? He's acting, trying to act like you can't have different beliefs. That's I was about to tweet about that today. Fat Joe was talking about Puerto Ricans that were fine with Tony's joke, right?
Yeah.
He was talking about how Tony Hinchcliffe made the joke Puerto Rico is a floating piece of garbage in the ocean. Mm-hmm. It was a joke, right? He didn't even say anything about Puerto Ricans. He just said the land. The place, right? That'd be like me saying Austin is trash and living in Austin.
Yeah. And like when you have like a serious landfill problem that nobody's addressing, there's like an issue.
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
It's a real thing. But they ignored that and they went straight for it's racist because it was a Trump rally. Mm-hmm. But Fat Joe did an interview and was like, Puerto Ricans who were okay with that joke and still support Trump are basically they hate themselves. Like what they do with black people. Oh, you over Trump? You're not voting for the black lady. You're not voting for Biden. You're not voting for Obama. You must hate yourself.
I think
J-Lo
did the same thing.
Right? But it's like crazy because you're the one who hates yourself. You're the one who hates your own people.
Yeah.
If you're mad that your people don't think like you, someone who is a part of the same race as you doesn't think like you, and it makes you hate them, you are the bad one there. Mm-hmm. you're the one who hates your own people, and you're not even seeing
you're in a hive mind
that you're projecting when you're saying that those people hate themselves and hate their own people because they don't think like you, even though you're allowed to think whatever you want. Mm-hmm. It's so dumb.
That's why I said, "What? There's a crack." Take solace in the fact that there's always a cracks in the monolith.
Yeah, and that's real.
Yeah.
But to act like it's negative,
Was he saying it was negative?
Yeah, listen to what he said right before that.
But wait, not uninvolved though. You're further from the killing field. Take solace in the fact that there's always cracks in the monolith.
Let's self-orientalize and believe that you belong. Look, would they love you more if you mock the people that you're from?
Yeah.
So that's what
already hive mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Self-orientalize and believe that you belong. So basically, you think that you belong to the rich because you get money. You think you belong to white people because you're you're trying to be like them.
Okay, I get it.
But you're forgetting about your own people and your own struggles is what they try to say. But it's like
image of the imbecile.
Yes.
Propagate the imbecile.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
But that is like crazy because you're acting like you're not thinking. You're acting like you're assuming that the person who disagrees with you isn't thinking. Mm-hmm. Hasn't put thought into this. You're not even considering that you could be wrong. You're not thinking that maybe I'm the wrong one. Let me look at it from their point of view. You're just automatically like, you don't agree with me, you're wrong. You're an imbecile. And you're trying to be whatever it is. Yeah. And that's crazy thinking to me.
Yep. Still like you said,
he's still spitting.
Yeah.
But he's still spitting. But what was the other part? Oh yeah, this part. I don't know who Rosa Luxemburg is. Okay. Those who do not move do not notice their chains is the original wording that he's referring to. He's a Marxist writer. He's a Marxist. However, there's no actual evidence that he said this. Whatever. Rosa Luxemburg, so he's throwing Marxism. There are Marxist sayings in there, I guess, from people who are Marxists. You won't feel your change till the day that you begin to move, which is true. I get that, because if you're locked down, it's like a dog on a leash.
Okay.
You don't know you're on a leash until you take it too far. That's real. True.
So this is like he's saying it he's letting us know he thinks it's like a good thing. You won't feel until like start moving. You'll realize you're chained down and start moving. Is that what he's saying?
Well, he's saying you think you're okay. It's the same thing. You're not a part of the revolution. You think that you're going to be safe because you're against the revolution. Like, you're not taking part in the revolution because revolutions are bloody. You're not taking part in it. You're thinking that you're going to be good by siding with the beast. So when everything goes down and it gets too hot and you try to move from that, you will then realize you should have been fighting for the other side the whole time, basically.
Okay, so, and then...
You waited too long. You're chained down just like everyone else, but you think that you're a part of the people who are chaining the people down.
But Rosa Luxemburg said it because he's like, this is how we do it. Just don't let them
It's revolution. It's just revolutionary.
But he was he was a communist, right?
He was a Marxist,
this guy? Okay, so he...
But that's revolution.
Yeah, but it was like not in a
Marxists
good way.
are anti-establishment. They're like anti... That's their claim, that they're anti-establishment. But then it ends up being they become the establishment.
Isn't like communism all the establishment?
Well, Marxism is an ideology. It's not the same as communism, but it ends up as communism. It's where it goes every time. Yeah, but anyway, it ends up as communism, socialism. It ends up because Marxism, it just overthrows the power and it's supposed to go back to the people. But then eventually you realize that there will always be a power. Someone will take that power,
no matter what.
Yeah, someone will come in and seize it. But he's not wrong, though. It sounds good. Revolution sounds good. Right? Because we're being shit on by governments. But then it's just going to be replaced by another system. Mm-hmm. And that's what happens. And the one that you have right now is, it's never good enough. It's always the grass is greener. And that's why people in America who are like, oh, it's so bad. Yeah. It's crazy because you really don't want to see what comes with that.
See, I just thought Marxism and communism was one and the same pretty much.
Well, it goes. Okay. It goes to that.
Okay.
It leads to it. It's if you look into it, it ultimately goes there. Like Leninists, like Lenin when the Bolsheviks overthrew Russia. Like when Russia got overthrown, it was like they're anti-establishment. Then they killed everyone.
And then they're like, we run shit now.
Yes. Then they killed everybody. And it's like, that's how it ends up happening. You end up, it becomes, there's always going to be an enemy. And you're going to treat them like they're inhuman is how it ends up happening every single time. But anyway, let's continue.
If it bleeds pain at such a young age, leaning out the window screaming for help, but none came. If it bleeds, it leads. The trauma tourists, they gravitate. Shock doctrine in effect, disaster capitalists salivate. Privatization, deregulation and austerity. 0-hour contracts, exploitation and precarity. Adults didn't make it, the children to be fostered. Save pennies on the block, drop 20 million on the opera. We see through your cold plans, your program is done. We don't want a prime minister that holds hands with Trump. We don't want DJs doing shows on military compounds. Can't trivialize fire or hear any more bomb sounds. How can I smile when I know the remains are still not found? And echoing in my mind is exactly how the sobs sound. They say we're criminals for syllables and stanzas when they subsidize the killers' tools, the pillagers and bankers who were the engines of history. People like me and you who got massacred for the right to vote at Peterloo. It was Imagineers and the artists that told by the martyrs, William Cuffy and the chartists, rebel and resist, even through something small. Create windows with words and mirrors where once were walls. Manure contributes to the beauty of a rose. Why can't we accept our pain as something that helps us grow? They wonder why songs that make you cry are more moving, cause crying's the only thing that we were born doing. They tell us
that was
is tradition
hard.
to the English. When I look around this island, not a tea plantation in it. Earl Grey gave 20 million to the slave traders, multipolar world. Now the Indians are space raiders. Freedom to be even or merely alienate labor. Freedom for fossil fuelers to desecrate and invade nature. Albert was an immigrant. Prince Philip is an immigrant. Where the Celts, Normans and the Anglo-Saxons English then. The word sugar, cotton and rice come from Arabic. Now we import democracy to civilize the Saracens. Analyzing planets when this backwater was wilderness. Seems we're still obsessed with immortality like Gilgamesh. Pessimism of intellect, optimism of will. Where the skin of their victims is syndrome Buffalo Bill. In times of permanent war, there's always someone to kill. But when life and death are virtual, almost nothing is real. They got my snapshots in a padlock box, but settle with the heavy metal. This is rap, not rock. It's fire in the booth, but man's not hot. I just got genius bars like a laptop shop. They wanna know if I got a flow or I'm gonna blow. Back like Geronimo Pratt, let's rock and roll. I never sold my soul for a pot of gold. Now feel this scholar's solid knowledge in your collarbone, subject to propaganda that terrifies.
Solid knowledge rhymed way too well to put those three
Back like
in a row like
Geronimo
that.
Pratt, let's rock and roll. I never sold my soul for a pot of gold. Now feel this scholar's solid knowledge in your collarbone, subject to propaganda that terrifies the slumbered. But the albums still sell, you can verify the numbers. Collectivize or die, protect your mind or suffer. Life is paradise to some and a paradise to others. While these Twittery teens are sinking in screens and thinking in memes. They blink in this machine, it's pimping their dreams. I think it's obscene, as sick as it seems. They don't know what lyrical invincibility means. Barge through for part 2, I can't lose. Labels astroturfing, trying to make it look grassroots. Gone are the days we sold our CDs from the car boot. Sharpshooters shooting harpoons through your chart tunes. Saw pain in the eyes of a retired fireman, knowing he couldn't save a child, survived the frying pan. When we riot, we disquiet the Leviathan. Forget Iron Man, I got an Iron Lion's diaphragm. My salutation to those with imagination, most anticipated, and that's no exaggeration. The flag doesn't exist. Let me back up that statement. What happens to the nation if the Queen has a tax haven? What's commonsensical is sensible to question. What seems to be a lesson is intellectual repression. Say the ting goes as expression of aggression. Remember, there's 2 victims on either side of the weapon. We won't let them sleep. If they don't let us dream, then we won't let them sleep. If they don't let us dream, then we won't let them sleep. Listen, check it.
He went off. He's still going off. This is like, again, it's revolutionary rap. And he's like, he's saying it in such a crazy way. Like, he's rapping so well along with it at the same time and making it all like the punchlines he's using are crazy to get this message.
I'm trying
Like,
to see the part that I really
it's fire in the booth, but man's not hot.
Yeah.
Like, that's funny.
Yeah. Like, he threw a little ding 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 ding. Where's
He's
the
talking about how
part?
music is being pimped out, how people are not like exactly what we were talking about in the first one. People are being music's being dumbed down on purpose, and it goes back to ban the poets from the Republic, and they basically have. And the way to do that is to sign people, and then make them push whatever you want them to push, limit their ability to speak.
Immediately put
and make that mainstream, the system.
Yeah.
Right? It's a system that they created. And people think like that's making it. Making it is getting millions of dollars, obviously, in a capitalist country. But making it is getting your music heard by the masses. And it's like, the only reason that's possible is because they created a system that the masses use. They own all the media. So if you want that, then you have to play by their rules.
Yep.
That's how it goes. So you have to, in reality, you should just reach who you can reach. You know,
Yeah,
it
like
shouldn't be selling your soul
Exactly.
to reach everyone, because what are you reaching them with at that point?
If you're doing it organically and really what you want to be doing, what you feel like you should be doing,
You'll never get.
You'll reach who you're supposed to reach.
You'll never get where Drake is, but you'll never
It'll be
have to deal with
authentic.
that. You'll deal with the shit that Drake deals with on top of it.
Yep. They wonder why songs that make you cry are more
that was a good
moving,
one.
because crying's the only thing that we were born doing. That was like, I think, my favorite
Yeah. That was
so
bars.
far. That was just crazy.
That was bars. And then the rhyming on, when we riot, we disquiet the Leviathan. Forget Iron Man. I got an Iron Lion's diaphragm.
Yes, bro.
Disgusting, bro.
He's, this is crazy.
And, hold on here. What did he say?
Life's a paradise to some and a paradise to others. So it's like some it's beautiful, to others it's a gamble. You know? That's like, some are just born with it and some aren't. Some are blessed. You're born blessed, everybody, because you're born, you're alive. But like materially paradise, I guess.
Yeah.
Life is paradise to some and a paradise to others.
Yeah. It's a gamble to the broke.
Or just some live in bliss,
to the broke
ignorance.
And paradise for rich. Mm-hmm. The poor, life is a gamble. Everything you do can result in losing everything. It's a gamble for some, and it's a paradise for others. Okay, this is a crazy word. It stuck out. I didn't know what it meant. The words sugar, cotton, and rice come from Arabic. Now we import democracy to civilize the Saracens. And Saracens, I think they said, means Arab. So the things that we import into our country, or they import into their country, rice, cotton, sugar. Like it comes from them. These are words. If we're using their language for it, then they clearly had knowledge of it before we did.
Yep.
And now we import democracy to them to civilize them, but really we're just giving them we're westernizing them.
Yep.
Even though we took from them. So we take their culture and give them our culture.
Version of theirs.
Yeah, what we think their culture should be. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That shit's crazy. That shit is crazy. In times of permanent war, there's always someone to kill, but when life and death are virtual, almost nothing is real.
What does that mean? Life and death are virtual, like
because
on
everything
screens?
is on the internet. Everything is on the internet. Like we don't know what's happening. Like people are actually dying, but when we see it online,
it's like
it's just a entertainment, basically. And everyone lives online.
Yeah, like we're not supposed to see
your
that.
social media is your life. You know, like it used to be your lawn.
Yeah.
You know, your house and your lawn. Now you can live in a studio apartment and fucking no one cares about what's happening in your house. They care about what is showing on your YouTube channel, what's showing on your timeline, what's showing on your feed. What are you posting? That's what matters now to everyone, you know? Broke bitches taking pretty pictures for likes on Instagram, acting like their life is great. And then you turn the camera and there's a kid over there with like playing and shit.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. It's crazy.
But yeah, let's continue.
Power to those that read bell hooks, power to those that sell books, power to those that know how the inside of a cell looks. All those feeling helpless, forgotten or discarded. Power to the strange fruit they thought was rotten in the garden. Power to those sitting alone, seeking knowledge in the power to those feeling stained or your tomorrow isn't tarnished. Power to those that sweep the streets with more knowledge than PhDs. Power to those that keep their keys, return as promised, please believe. Power to those that suffer in silence, those it hurts to hear. Power to those that hold the ground, power to those that persevere. Power to those that love humanity more than they love style. Power to immigrants, probably raising Donald Trump's child. Power to the who can't imagine what sight is. Those there.
This nigga hates Donald Trump for a nigga from the UK. This is crazy.
You got beef.
That's so crazy. Like that is how strong
it is.
Propaganda is.
I wonder.
This nigga ain't even American and he hates Donald. He's talking about he's mentioned Donald Trump way more times than he's mentioned his fucking president.
I don't even know what they have
his
over
prime
there.
minister. The propaganda is so strong.
Yeah, dude. And that's the thing.
Crazy. This nigga hate. This is from 2017.
Okay.
This nigga hates Donald Trump.
I was gonna say, I wonder what he thinks of him right now.
I don't care what he thinks of him in reality.
No, it's funny to see everybody. It's just how that would be the same exact thing if he likes him now, because everybody's starting to. It switches. They're controlling it to switch too.
Well, he probably won't. He probably won't fuck with Trump because Trump has been like pandering to Israel for the past 6 months.
Yeah, true.
So, I don't know. And he's talked crazy about Palestine. He said he wants the war to stop, but he also has said crazy shit.
Yeah.
So he probably is still not a fan of Trump.
Mr. Miyagi said
if not, he's probably more now.
Trump propaganda makes sense.
We're bound with it. Yeah. See, I believe it. I believe it.
That's crazy.
I believe it.
Staring at the moon and all those child. Power to the who can't imagine what sight is. Those staring at the moon and all those working night shifts. Power to the readers, the writers, the illiterate. Power to those that struggle to decolonize their syllabus. Power to the shy ones who always struggle to make friends on a half of humanity worth less than 8 men. Power to those that risk their life to dig the colton from the ground. For the mic I'm spitting on and the phone you're holding now. Power to those that built the stadium they're playing in. Power to those that mowed the grass and stitched the ball that they're playing with. Every rapper that doesn't rap about killing. Power to the builders who build buildings that outlived them. Power to the slaves of ancient Greece, never had the right to vote. Democracy dead like Gary Webb when they imported like his coat. Power to those that write to prison. Power to those writing home. Power to those writing poems. Power to those that died alone. Power to Curtis Mayfield. Power to Ronald Isley. Power to the fishermen that were forced into piracy. Power for every person that is working in a library. Power to every nurse that we turn to in our times of need. Power to the unions and the miners that should punish. Power to those that drive the buses and those that collect the rubbish. Power to the youth desiring the truth. Power for every rapper that is dying for a fire in the booth. For those that lost limbs to King Leopold's quota and those risking their lives for the P&O to Dover. Power to union leaders murdered by... Power to victims of this globalized Cosa Nostra. Power to those dying on the shores and the borders. Power to human beings that were rendered fauna and flora. Power to those that after the stage show and carnival goers still haunted by Kelso Cole Crane's ghost. Power to Kevin Carter, his picture taunts us ever after. So many questions never answered. Remember the last words of عبد المحسن السعدون الأمة تنتظر الخدمة الإنجليز لا يوافقون. Power to El Jawahiri and his rebellions. They killed his brother Ja'far and he cursed the rotten.
The nation awaits aid, but English don't agree. Okay. But the English don't agree.
Remember the last words of عبد المحسن السعدون الأمة تنتظر الخدمة الإنجليز لا يوافقون. Power to El Jawahiri and his rebellions. They killed his brother Ja'far and he cursed the rotten Thamesians. Enlightened despots pursuing tactics Machiavellian. Chinese still preceded Europe a millennium. Think about it. Printed press half a millennium. Never get close. Power to Ken Loach and every volunteer in Lesbos. Cuban doctors sent to Sri Lanka for the tsunami. Power to those that cleaned up after the Bullingdon parties. Kids knowing Apple products before they know what an apple is. Forgotten like passengers on the USS Indianapolis. Dying days before they could see what little boys damage did on the precipice of fascism. My passiveness is cancerous. Power to those strong enough to dream. Power to those that chose not to be a cog in the machine. Power to those that love first and hate never. Power to those that sleep on the streets through grey weather. Power to Aziz Ali and Bone Thugs and Harmony. Power to Norman Baker, David Kelly's owner artery. Power to the genocided population of Tasmania. The internet descends to Trump-tastic fantasia. Let them try quote this. You'll never find a better diagnosis than collective psychosis. It's getting quite hopeless, but hope is all we have. Trying to cultivate the positive, not focus on the bad, but the globe's under attack. The obnoxious rage of a fake intellectual. Amazing grace in the age of the spectacle. Not the first time they found a race is selectable to raise to the pedestal and desecrate the place that translated the decimal. I don't want to tempt fate. Power to corpse washers like AN Day. Power to language learners, Bernie Sanders fans to flag burners. One man's inertia is another man's purpose. In a utopia of song, we are victorious, but the bittersweet reality's not this glorious. Power to Coltrane watching Malcolm X. Power to Paul Robeson under house arrest. Power to Galileo under house arrest. Power to Ibn Haytham under house arrest. Forgive me if I sound obsessed, forgive me if I sound depressed. Believe me, that's not how it's meant. They probably thought I couldn't come back and kill the alphabet. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido.
You know what that means? People united will never be defeated. I think that's what it means.
Really?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
El pueblo unido será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Say el pueblo unido jamás será vencido. الشعب يريد إسقاط النظام. Say el pueblo unido jamás será vencido. El pueblo unido jamás será vencido. Say el pueblo unido jamás será vencido. الشعب يريد إسقاط النظام. Thank you very much.
Wow! Man like Lowkey in the building! Woo! I feel like I've just been to university for 5 years. I learned more than I learned in the last 10. Jeez. That was savagery, bro. A very, very, very quick education on how you body a fire in the booth.
That nigga went off, bro.
Bro.
That nigga went off.
That's a lot. That is.
I don't know. I wouldn't have been able to do that. Like you see him. He was like, you start getting what is it? Like you're
faint.
Not even faint, but your throat starts giving out. You start getting reflux, like
sweaty,
because you're breathing so much to rap.
Yeah.
And it's not like he didn't take time in between, bro. He didn't take. Yeah. He took like a second. And then just jumped back
between the first and second.
Yeah.
The second one, second, third, he like pretty much went right in.
Yeah, but even that, like the between the first and second, it still was like a minute. It wasn't. That's not really time. It sounds like time because of how short it took for him to get from 2 to 3. But that 1 minute is not enough of a break.
No,
after you just went from Z to A.
Yep.
And didn't really leave syllables. Like if this was recorded, he obviously could have had more space, but he was having to like shift syllables and shit like that because of his breath and shit like that. That was like he did a lot in that. He did a lot in that. Obviously, I disagree with a bunch of the shit he said, but there's a bunch that I agree with.
Yeah. Agreed.
Like I don't completely disagree with him just because I have one disagreement.
Yeah.
Or a few disagreements. There was plenty of that I agree with.
And that's the thing, like when he was saying the people united will never be defeated, like his view on it, like
my view on it, when I put it in my go ahead, so what are you gonna say?
I think it's hard to like even judge his view on it to an extent because they live in a totally different whatever it's called.
So the reason I put it in my song was on purpose. Like I said this to you when I put it in there. I literally looked up Marxist chants and was like, which one sounds the most subversive? Like if you put it in a song that's anti-Marxism, but people who don't know hear it and will think that it's anti-Marxism, but it's a pro-Marxism chant. So it's like it was an example of subversion in the song on purpose. Yeah. Because that's what I believe cultural Marxism is. I think it's a subversion to lead to communism, to lead to socialism. I think it doesn't. I think it sounds good. It sounds good.
Which
like there's ideas like, okay, that sound okay, but the execution, they'll just say it's never been done correctly. But it's just it's human nature.
Yeah.
So
there's a reason
why it won't work because of human nature.
Yeah. There's a reason why it hasn't been done correctly.
Yeah. Absolutely. And so it was just funny that that's what he ended with because that's literally
in the way we're opposite of you.
Yeah, yeah. He used it in a totally different, but also
same.
Yeah, the same. Yeah, but I used it tongue in cheek.
Yeah,
but also I mean the words. But that's how it works. This is the same thing that they do with bills in America. Patriot Act. You think it sounds like pro-patriot? It's anti-patriot. Yep. You know what I mean? Yep. It's like. They name things that sound positive, and then they end up being the exact opposite, and that's like
people united will never be defeated. It sounds good. It sounds like United States. We should be united.
Yeah,
in reality,
exactly.
But the behind the reason why they want
origin of it.
Yeah, they want people united, same level. Socialism, everybody gets equal. Everybody, no.
They don't really want people united, or else they would say we could disagree and we could move forward and find a common ground. Yeah. But they don't want to find a common ground. They want you have to think like me.
United, y'all get the same. We get this. Thought, yeah.
You know.
But I get it. I get why people, whatever.
Yeah.
But this was very great.
He went off, bro. He's amazing. To be honest, he's an amazing rapper.
Yeah, for sure.